MCJ Sports.
Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome to MCJ Sports as we do our picks for Week 9 of the college football season. Today I'm joined by Easton Nelson,
What's up, guys?
also by Colton Deneen.
Hey guys.
Before we begin, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below. All right, let's get on with these picks.
All right, so the first pick of the day is number 2 Clemson at Florida State, Saturday, 11 o'clock on ABC. Easton, who do you have?
I have Clemson easily in this one. I think it's going to be a blowout. Even though Florida State has been playing a little better the past few weeks, Clemson is just one of the better they have one of the better defenses in college and a pretty decent offense as well. So, Colton?
Yeah, I got Clemson with this one as well. Florida State's just not that good of a team. I believe this game will be a big blowout.
So it's a clean sweep for us. I have Clemson, which worries me that all three of us are picking Clemson.
It's like the Kirk Herbstreit.
Yeah, on game
what do
day
they
when
call
all
it?
four
might
of them
jinx
pick
this
one,
one.
and then it goes
Suspicion.
poorly. But yeah, I have Clemson pretty easily. Really great defense. Honestly, their first big test in a while against NC State went really well, and I was very impressed with Trevor Lawrence passing the football. So, they passed that test, and I believe in them. So let's move on to the second game today. We have number 20 Wisconsin at Northwestern, Saturday at 11 o'clock on Fox.
I have Wisconsin in this. They had two tough losses, or they've had a loss 2 weeks ago to Michigan, but Michigan has shown that they've been one of the better teams in college football. And I don't think this will necessarily be a blowout, but I think Wisconsin should handle Northwestern pretty well.
Yeah, I got Wisconsin also. They've been playing pretty well, and Northwestern, at first, I thought might win this because they obviously beat Michigan State, but the last two games, they didn't play Nebraska well or Rutgers, so Wisconsin will win this one.
Yeah, Wisconsin pretty easily. Even though they tend, due to their play style, they tend to play teams really closely. They're going to be highly motivated to not lose a game and give the edge to Iowa in the West. So I've got Wisconsin pretty easily. So let's move on to our third game of the day, a big one. Number 9 Florida versus number 7 Georgia in Jacksonville, Saturday at 2:30 on CBS.
Georgia. AJ Green, baby. But they had a
That
tough...
has no relevance to
Yes,
this
it
game
does.
whatsoever.
AJ
Yes, it
Green
does.
does not play
It's in
college
It's
football
in their
anymore.
spirits. Trust me.
Ain't
But
no
you're
spirit in
delusional.
college football.
well, let me get into this. They had a tough loss to LSU, obviously, and I think that'll be the only game that they ever lose this season. I think Georgia's going to come out with a chip on their shoulder, and I think they're going to run away with this game, honestly.
Yeah, I think Georgia will win this game too. Jake Fromm, he's a really, really good player. Heisman contender. And Florida, they're a very solid team too. They have home field advantage, but Georgia will win this game.
So I have Georgia as well. We have yet to differ, gentlemen. But I
Oops.
think Georgia's defense will step up. But really, the problem against LSU was the run game. They just couldn't really get anything going. But especially the pass game really struggled. Jake Fromm, he rarely throws more than like 12 or 15 passes, and he's going to have to do that against the gauntlet that is the Florida front
D.
seven. So if Jake Fromm can throw the ball, and I believe he will successfully on Saturday, Georgia should be fine against Florida. So let's move on to our next game. Number 18 Iowa at 17 Penn State, Saturday 2:30 on ESPN.
I had a tough time deciding on here, but I eventually went with Penn State. Iowa going to play in College Station is probably going to be one of their toughest environments that they're going to have to be in all season. And although Penn State isn't living up to the hype that they were last year, I think that Trace McSorley and the Nittany Lions can get it done.
I didn't know Iowa was playing at Texas A&M this week.
What did I say?
You said College Station. Happy Valley.
What's their stadium? I swear to God, something
It's like-
station.
It's Beaver
Beaver
Stadium.
Stadium, bud.
I don't know what I'm talking about then.
You're delusional. That's what you
Just
are.
stop talking.
Okay, Colton, who do you have?
All right, boys, I got our first differ. I'm choosing Iowa for this game. Nate Stanley's been playing absolutely amazing, and Penn State hasn't been able to close out at home very well this year. It's going to be a very close game, but I think Iowa pulls this one out.
This is going to be one of those classic Big Ten slugouts, but Iowa's defense has shown to be the real deal. They hung with Wisconsin. They've played well against all other teams, but they really showed me that they're cream of the crop defense. They held Maryland to 115 yards. That's pretty impressive.
And it was Maryland's only shutout game since they've been in the Big Ten.
Yeah, I mean, that's some really impressive defensive stats right there. So I have Iowa. Not easily, but it's going to be a closely contested game. But
First one that
Iowa.
we don't agree on are
Yeah.
all of us.
Yeah, so next game is number 21 USF at Houston, Saturday 2:30 on either ESPN2 or ABC.
I chose Houston on this one, and this is, I guess, an upset of the week. But I don't know. I just have a strong feeling that Houston's gonna win this. I don't really know why. I just have this weird feeling about it. But they are at home, and I think they have momentum coming off of 3 solid victories. And USF, I looked on their schedule. They've played every single game really close.
Yeah,
Like,
absurdly close, and it's been a really easy schedule
yeah, it's
too.
a really easy schedule. So Houston should be a challenge for them, and with Houston being at home, I think they can get the job done.
Yeah, I got Houston as well with USF's schedule being really easy and having all those close games. That's going to be a problem for them eventually, and I think it's going to be this week against Houston, who's 6-1 themselves, and they have home field advantage.
All right, now I'm scared. I'm picking Houston as well.
Okay.
And they're a good team. Their only loss is to a Texas Tech team who, believe it or not, still control their own destiny in the Big 12. I mean, not for long. They have both Texas and Oklahoma in Lubbock. Maybe they can get one of those teams, but I don't know. That's kind of off
It's gonna be
topic.
tough.
Houston, I believe in them. I don't know. As you said, Easton, USF has played every game absurdly close.
Mhm.
They've needed
What was it?
double-digit comebacks against
Tulsa,
both
there was like 3
Tulsa
points
and
or
Georgia
something?
Tech.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Georgia
they
Tech.
needed.
Tulsa was the last-second field goal.
Yeah, and Georgia Tech, they were down by 13 at some point, and they only beat Illinois by 5 points.
Yeah.
And for just kind of a point of reference, a team that's ranked closely to them, which is Penn State, who's ranked 17th, they beat Illinois by 44, I want to say. So, I mean, that just shows you the talent disparity. So, moving on to our second to last game, we have number 14 Washington State at number 24 Stanford at 6 o'clock on the Pac-12 network.
Just like the Houston game, I have a weird feeling about this, and I think Stanford's going to come away with this. They literally just need to win. Like, I don't see them losing here. They came off 3 weeks, 1 and 2, and I think they're going to come out with a chip on their shoulder. Their offense can elevate their team to this victory, I think.
Yeah, I think Stanford's going to win this one. Bryce Love, I've said it from the beginning. He's an insane running back. They've been underperforming this year, but it's a home game against a really good Washington State team. The crowd's going to be electric for this one. They need to win it.
So, Washington State is the only one-loss team remaining in the Pac-12. No undefeateds, the only one-loss team. Literally, and almost mathematically, Washington State is the only team remaining in the Pac-12 that even has a chance, a very minimal chance at making the playoffs.
They won't.
They won't, but they need to stay with just that one loss, and I think they will. They showed tremendous ability to just pick apart that Oregon defense. And I know Oregon was hurt, and they brought it back late, but I think Stanford has fallen off this season, although they've had some good wins. They got demolished by Utah a couple weeks ago.
they did.
That was a bad
but
loss.
yeah, I have Washington State pretty handily. I think Mike Leach and the Fighting Pirates are gonna keep things rolling.
I don't know what it is. I'm not a believer in Washington State at all.
I
Isn't
love their
Washington
game day
State the
appearance.
Cougars?
Yeah, the Cougars. But Mike Leach is a big fan of Pirates.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. That is probably the most electric college game day
Mhm.
Oh,
like
yeah.
campus I've seen. That was pretty awesome.
One of the few times I ever watched College Game Day was that appearance.
And all 4 of them picked Nebraska.
Yeah.
And they won, so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. So moving on to our last game, we have number 6 Texas at Oklahoma State Saturday at 7 o'clock on ABC.
Texas.
Are they back?
Yes, of course.
Next year.
Should I be a fan of them again?
I don't know.
Bandwagon.
Colton, who do you have?
Whoa. You know, let me explain.
Oh,
No.
sure. Go ahead.
Come on.
Go ahead.
I mean, after their loss in Week 1 to Maryland, they've been one of the hottest teams in the NFL.
Yeah,
in college football.
Yeah, pretty hot, beating Baylor by
Hey,
6 points. and-
TCU.
TCU has a
TCU
losing
was-
record.
yeah, TCU,
TCU
is
at the time
garbage.
was ranked.
Yeah,
So
at
I'm
the
going with that.
time.
At the time,
At the time,
barely.
that's when it mattered.
TCU has lost so many games this season.
Come
They're not
on.
even going to make it
You
to
guys
a
are
bowl
haters.
game.
You know what? Colton, go ahead. You guys are haters.
I'm hating on them, but yeah, I'm picking Texas too. They're just so much better than Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State, everyone thought was
underwhelming
on a
team.
comeback. They're clearly not. Clearly not. Yeah, Texas is pulling this one out.
Yeah, I mean, despite all the trash talk about Texas, I'm going to pick Texas pretty handily in this one as well. they've yet to be really tested this year outside of the Oklahoma game. It'll be
TCU.
interesting to see how they handle West Virginia in a couple of weeks, and if they make it to the Big 12 championship game, if they play West Virginia again or they play Oklahoma again.
Oklahoma would be fun.
That'll be an interesting game and potentially like a de facto quarterfinal for the playoffs, because I think either a one-loss Texas or Oklahoma could probably make it in. So this game kind of
hoping
goes
to see that.
to proving Texas. I'd like to see them finally blow a team out.
Yeah.
But one worry I do have is Sam Ellinger's shoulder. Is that still a problem? Is he even a go for this game? We'll see. But I have faith in Texas. Their defense is phenomenal. Top 10 in the country easily.
It's athletic.
They're just a
they're
really good
lights
team
out.
overall. Yeah, so I really didn't have this one written down, but Nebraska's going to win this weekend, right?
I hope. I mean,
You never know. We
yeah.
always find a way to choke.
Well, it's against
I think yeah.
D1 AA team, so I think we should be fine against an FCS opponent.
However, McNeese State a couple years ago.
I don't even want to think about that, but Amir Abdullah saved us.
Yes, thank you, Amir.
Yep.
I mean, he's
So-
barely
He
playing in the
needs more
NFL
playing
now,
time. He needs more
It's
playing
no, he
fine,
doesn't.
you know.
He's terrible in the NFL.
I don't
Okay,
care.
We're
He'll revive
getting
his
on a
career.
tangent.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
just end it here. So that was our picks for Week 9 of the college football season. How many will be right? How many will be wrong? Probably a lot more than we have right.
Probably.
Well, that's it for the episode. I was joined by Easton Nelson and Colton Denny. My name is Marco Yurkovich. Thank you, and we will see you guys next time.
Peace out.
Adios.